So our next coach today is the head coach of the Turner County Rebels. That's Coach Eric Soliday. Coach Soliday is now about to begin his 9th year at Turner County. This time around, he started his head coaching career at Turner County, brought them to a lot of success and made them a consistent winner back in the mid-90s. He went up to Henry County for 2 years, and once again, kind of the theme of the day, got good sense, get out of that Atlanta traffic and come back south. He went to America's High School, where he had great success, back-to-back state championships in 2000 and 2001, and again has now been back at Turner County entering his 9th year, 160 wins as a head coach in the state of Georgia, and that's pretty good. The head coach of the Turner County Rebels, Coach Eric Soliday.
Well, we appreciate you putting this thing on, and anytime we have a chance to promote high school football, we certainly love it. Y'all do a great job of doing that. As he said, I guess if I look down the table, I'm not new compared to the rest of them. There's probably some folks that wish there was somebody new sitting here. But unfortunately, they're stuck with me for another year. We're obviously a small school and getting smaller. And most of these guys have more kids out for football than we have boys in our school. It seems like every year we're getting a little bit smaller and smaller, like most South Georgia rural towns are kind of shrinking. And as our school gets smaller, our numbers get a little bit smaller too, but we still keep a good percent of the boys we have in our school out. We'll have about 35 kids out there, and that's really about all that in our school that need to be out there, to be honest. You got to be pretty committed to come out there and play some football. It's awful hot out there, and you got to work a little bit, and not all kids want to get away from that Nintendo to come do that. You know, and as our numbers have gotten smaller, so obviously our kids have too. And we don't have a lot of the size and speed we used to have just because of the numbers. We went over and played Worth County last year, and we showed up, and Coach said, "Hey, I thought this was supposed to be a varsity game." I said, "This is our varsity." He thought it was middle school. But we've got a good group of kids. I really love these kids we have this year. We've been playing these kids since they were freshmen, and we've taken some lumps with them, especially when they were freshmen. We've been playing with them for a long time now and trying to get them to this point. And it's just a great group of kids. You don't have to worry about getting in any trouble. You don't have to worry about your grades. You don't have to worry about anything. Showing up for practices, these kids are a great group. And like I say, we've had them pushed them into these starting spots for a long time now. And this group is when we did our grades, we didn't have a single kid fail. Not one kid failed class. And you don't have that very often with that group of number of kids, but we're so proud of what they've done everywhere. And just a really good group. We've struggled the last couple of years. Like I said, we've played these kids since they were young, and we've struggled, but we've got a great group coming back. We had 2 kids, in the last 2 years, we've had 2 kids make anything on an all-region type team. We've got a quarterback coming back who was second team all-region. We've got a receiver coming back who was second team all-region. We also returned about 7 or 8 on each side of the ball in our starting lineup. So we feel pretty good about what we've got coming back and how hard they've worked this offseason. Probably run into small schools like us, or even these guys probably run into the same problem. There's years where we have really, really good linemen. There's years where you have really, really good skill folks. It's just always hard to get it all at one time. We've got a really, really good group of skill folks right now. We just don't have a lot of linemen. If we could ever get lucky and get it all together at one time, and we could probably do something. But we're just a little bit thin on the line, and that's just part of the number game. But we've got a really good skill group this year. We've got some receivers. We've got Nate Martin returning, who was a second team all-region. He was our lead receiver. A guy named DJ Bryant returning, who's a big target for us to throw the ball to, a really good athlete. So, we feel pretty good about that. But defensively, we return all our linebackers from a year ago. Turned most of our secondary from a year ago. We've got to replace a couple guys up front, but we've got some kids we feel pretty good about up there. So, you know, hopefully this could be one of them years if we keep everybody healthy. We can be pretty competitive. We just don't have a lot of depth. It makes it difficult. Hopefully we can find a way to do that. As normal, we have a pretty tough schedule. Being a small single-A school, there ain't but one way to play, and that's up and bigger teams. And we play some pretty competitive football teams, but we always have. Hopefully we can come out of this thing and have a pretty decent year. We always look forward to it. We always appreciate the support you get in South Georgia and the crowds you get everywhere you go. We certainly love it. Thank y'all for having us.